Checking our repair channel here. This is going to be a repair video on a Gallagher M800. This particular one was manufactured, this one we're working on was manufactured in 2005. There's our information right there if you'd like to send us something to work on. We do give free quotes on fence boxes. There are links in the description below to all those websites. If you didn't catch it, go couldn't read it. But we get free quotes on everything that we work on, so it costs you a little freight to get here, but that's your initial cost on something being sent into us for repair. But this unit, we've worked on it before. We've put at some point in time, we put a new transformer in it, one of our custom-built ones, a new capacitor in it, which is still good. And I think this, I don't know if we replaced this board or someone else did, because this is a 2005, and this output board is a 2015 stamp on it, so sticker on there, so it's been replaced at some point in time. The unit actually works great. It actually clicks, pulses, snaps, and everything. But right here on the output side, which is this is the ground side of the unit for your ground system, this little terminal right here is all burnt and broken right off. It's supposed to be like one of these little terminals here. Soldered the board, well, that's completely gone. If I test the unit from fence side to like right here, which is the ground output side, I get great power. So it's not getting to the output part of it because that's burned off. So the rest of this board is perfectly fine, just that spot's bad. So what we have to do, because you can't buy this board anymore, Gallagher discontinued it as a spare part like 5 years ago, 3 years ago. Basically trying to force you to buy a new one, because I don't think Gallagher repairs stuff like this, but we sure will. I need a flat screwdriver first. I got to get that board out of there. I need some kind of screwdriver to get it out. Pop that board back like this. Pull it out of there. There's our custom built transformer that we have built for us. For these same, you see it's all burned up there. So I need to get it wiped right off, which is nice. I always thought we might have to clean it with Dremel tool, but it come right off there, that crust stuff. So basically what we got to do is we got to get we're going to pull this bolt out, because that terminal right there is completely basically missing. It's supposed to be like a little spade connector type contact right there, like that one is, and it's completely disintegrated from being hit by lightning and arcing and arcing and arcing for however long. That's why it's not missing, or why it's not connecting. So we're going to pull that contact out of there, because I don't want to deal with it at all. And I don't think the guy uses the half power, so what we may do is move the half power terminal stuff over to here. But then there's going to be an open hole for bugs to get in, unless I block it off with like caulking or some kind of something. Unless we can, let's pull it out first, see what we can do with it. I think what we're going to have to do is pull it off and snip it off and get rid of it. We might be able to reuse the rest of it here. I'll show what I'm talking about when I get this out. It's a bolt, and we got to get this little terminal thing pulled out of there. There we go. And see, it's all supposed to be a male spade connector, basically what that's supposed to be, and it's gone. So what we'll do is we'll snip this off like that. Shit, and then I dropped the dumb thing. No, I just had it. Give me a second to find it. I found it. Just took a moment. So most of that's going away, which is fine. And then so I think what we'll do is we'll take we can attach a wire to this two ways. We can put a ring connector to the wire, put over the bolt, shove the bolt in like that. And that ring connector will go from here, the wire, over to where we want to attach it to on that board. That's one way of doing it. Or you can see that there's basically two more male spade connectors, one here, one there. This one's bent, but that's not a big deal. We can plug a wire onto it, and then solder to the board, which is probably what we'll do, because if we ever have to pull that board out again, if that thing's attached with the ring connector behind this, you want to be able to lift that bolt so high to get it out of there with that bolt. Connecting the wrong way to get that all the way out would be to heat the solder up on the back of the board or wherever you solder the wire at to get that board all the way out. So probably just put a spade connector onto here, because that terminal, that was a little dirty, but it's actually in really good shape. So we'll probably just do that. So I think we'll be able to reuse this, and we don't have to worry about taking it off the half power side and having some kind of random hole there. I mean, block it off, of course, but I don't want to do that if I don't have to. Let's get this back on there. We'll snug it up here in a second. Get my solder iron warmed up while I'm thinking about it. You might, hey Dad, you might take that, you have that little orange screwdriver? You might take it, since it's pretty stout and new. Might put it in there and dig around and, okay. What if you can you get that in there and then be able to turn it out with this? Because it might grab a hold to the sides. You might try that.
I have a different T15. It's in better shape.
All right. Turn this around. And now what we'll do is we'll get some wire like this. We don't need any heavy gauge. This wire here is 20 gauge wire, which is plenty big enough. There's not a lot of voltage running through it, but not a lot of current. Not enough to get the wire hot and melting or anything. So what we'll do is we'll strip this back. We'll crimp on a spade connector. We want to borrow mine. It might be in better shape or have more bite to it. Let's see if I'm... Now, this one will work. Let's get back to this here. Okay, I got a pair of pliers here. I'll put this piece on there. Put it right there. It should just plug right on. Good, and we'll cut the wire kind of long, so a little bit to play with here. And basically, it's going to slide up in a groove like that. Let's get these wires plugged back in to where they need to go, and then we'll slip this board like this. Alright, so now we're going to take a solder here, and we're going to tin this wire by adding a little solder to it, and then we'll add a little solder to the side of the resistor right here. I'll tin that little section there, and then hopefully take a pair of pliers, heat them both up together, and then now they'll be one. So let's try that, see how that works. that's on there. So pliers again. And now we need a zip tie and a piece of double-sided foam here. Get this patch to stay in place because the little strap that was on it was so dried up, broke. I think it's been a pretty rough environment where this one's hiding at because it's pretty dusty, grimy on the inside. So put that right there. Take a cable tie, put a little bend into it, help push it. It has to go up and under and around, so you have to kind of put a little curve to it like that to kind of go up, over, and around. There it goes. And then we'll push it through, strap it in place, snip off the excess. Alright, so we'll do that. Fuse holder's pretty cockeyed. I don't know what that's all about. Look at that. It's kind of either cockeyed or crossed-eyed or broke, one of the two. And that's moving the whole fuse holder inside. Look at that. As he hold it still for you. Tighten that up. We'll take care of that in a minute. Let's see if it goes back to working again. Hopefully that fuse thing's holding good enough that we can get AC power all the way through it and make it run. And there we go. So let's get fence tester out here. We'll test the output and find my tester here. Tester at. Alright, found it, got it all powered up. We'll put it on no load voltage. We'll see what the peak voltage is out of this thing. With move that over a little bit. We'll look at this number right here. That's our kilovolts. This is open circuit, no load. Terminals here. I'm not reading it right. Let me turn it off, turn it back on. My battery's low, so that might be why. Hey, you got, I borrow your orange tester. This might be it right here. Let's try this tester here. Yeah, see, we're getting 7,000 volts at it, so my battery on that other meter is low. The little battery sign, so that's probably why it's not reading right. 7,000 volts. I'll do a spark jump between fence and ground, so kind of spark it'll throw. We'll ground over the fence. Nice hot spark, so we'll do a we'll unplug this, plug into our other outlet that's tied to ground. We'll do a ground fault test on the unit as well. This is a pretty quick test. This tells me if the transformer internally is good or not. We'll take this wire tied to ground, put it right on the ground terminal, and if this thing has an issue with the transformer on the inside, you know, so click, but that light will go out. There we go. And it'll sound a lot different too. That transfer is fine. So this unit's ready to go. We'll do a load test once I get this battery charged up on this fancier tester here. We'll put a battery charger on it for it and let it charge for a while. It takes a little while for it to charge. So, but other than that, this unit is ready to go back together. Put it back on the fence and away we go. So, well, thanks for watching our channel and another one of our videos. If you haven't subscribed, we really would appreciate it if you'd like to. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Tell your friends about us. Share this video to friends or somebody that might be interested in seeing repairs done like this. We do have to fix this thing. Forgot about that. I think it was just cross-threaded. Let's see if we can put it back into the right way. Come on. No, it's not going very well. Yeah, it does. It's going just fine. Alright, so I think it was just cross-threaded. So let's try this again. There. Alright, well now we're done. Tighten up the nut on the inside, but I think once you put it in there, it ain't going to go anywhere. I mean, we can take a pair of pliers, pull this board out, take the little nut there, pair of pliers, give it a half a turn or so. It's not that loose, but just loose enough, but we'll probably tighten it up a pair of pliers. That's not a big deal. So now we're done with the video, done with this unit. We will put a load on it when this thing's charged up all the way, and we'll put this off the side, let it run for a while, probably the rest of today, maybe overnight. But typically, once these Gallagher, once you fix them, do a few tests on after done, yeah, they're good to go. Don't really have too many issues with these things. Gallagher's pretty reliable stuff. Alright, well, thanks for watching our channel and checking out another one of our videos. Until next time, see you later on.